In this video, I'm going to show you how to instantly relieve lower back and sacroiliac joint pain. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. So if you're dealing with lower back and sacroiliac or SI joint pain, definitely check this video out because we're going to go over really easy exercises that can give both quick and long-lasting relief. What usually causes this pain is a blend of weakness and tightness in the main muscles that support this area. These muscles include the glutes, piriformis, and the quadratus lumborum. To make getting relief really easy, I broke the video up into two separate parts. In the first part, we're going to focus on releasing that tightness and get quick relief, while in the second part, we're going to focus on getting long-lasting relief by strengthening those main muscles. Both parts work differently, but they are meant to work together. To get the best results, go through all the exercises and use what gives you the most relief. With that being said, let's get started. This is what I call the SI joint opener. You can do this one on a floor or even at the edge of your bed. Just lie flat on your back like this. For this one, I always like to target the most painful or tight side first. So let's say that's our left side. What we're going to do is straighten the other leg while we take the painful side's knee, bend it at 90 degrees, have it straight up towards the ceiling. The first movement is taking our foot and turning it inward as much as we can until we feel a really good activation of the muscles around the hip that works into the pelvis towards the lower back. Once we feel that, we're going to hold this and now take the hand on the other side, but you can also use both hands if needed. But you just want to place them right on the inner part of your knee. The movement is trying to drive this knee across your body towards the other side shoulder, so left knee towards the right shoulder. But you're going to resist against this movement with your hands. When you do this, you're going to feel a really deep activation around that sacroiliac joint, working upward towards the belt line, even into the lower back. Build into this one, hold it comfortably for 5 seconds, release it, and then repeat this 5 to 10 times. With each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. So let's take this one to the next level and throw in another movement that's going to target the muscles a little bit differently. It's very similar. So let's get back into our original position, but this time around, I'm going to take my foot and turn it outward as much as I can until I feel that really good activation around the hip and the pelvis. Let's hold this and now take our hand and place it right on the outside of our knee. The movement this time around is trying to drive this knee outward like this, but we're going to resist against it. Again, a 5-second hold, release it, repeat that 5 to 10 times. I would go through all of these movements. You're probably going to find that one just offers the most relief. And at that point, I would build into that movement over and over again until everything loosens up or you're not getting any more improvement. Just remember though, whatever you do on one side, always do on the other to make sure to keep everything in balance. Here's a really good exercise that we can do standing. This is called the step back. Whatever side that you're having the most amount of pain or discomfort, let's say it's our left side, you want that side towards the back. We're going to start in a wide scissored stance. This front foot we're going to turn inward as much as we can until we feel a really good activation of the muscles around the hip, including the glutes. And then we're going to do the same thing with this back foot. Once we've done that, we're now going to lean backward or step backward, placing all of our body weight onto our back heel. As you do this, it's really going to deepen that stretch across the buttocks into the SI joint. Once we feel that, we're really going to take this one to the next level by putting our arms out in front of us, kind of like crossing them over like a genie position, and now slowly rotate towards that painful side. So I'm just slowly twisting through my lower back towards my left side. Do this one slowly because again, it really deepens the stretch. Focus on feeling it around the sacroiliac area into the lower back. Once you do, hold this comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds and just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Let out as much tension as you can. Release it, take a breather. On the next repetition, try to build into it a little bit more for 3 to 5 repetitions. If you're having a little bit more pain in your lower back though, to target that area a little bit more, this is what you can do. So let's build back into that step back position. So we're placing all of our body weight onto our heel. This time around though, I'm just going to lean towards the other side. So I'm kind of leaning away from that painful side. You're going to feel a deep opening stretch form pretty much from the bottom of your ribs working into your lower back towards the top of your hip. 20 to 30 second hold, you're going to release it, repeat this 3 to 5 times. But I would go through both of these movements. If you find that one is just offering more relief, at that point, keep building into it over and over again until everything is nice and loose. Just remember though, after you're done on one side, always switch to the other side and repeat to keep everything in balance. Here's a really good pain relief exercise that we can do seated. For this one, whatever side that you're having the most amount of pain or discomfort, let's say it's your right side, take that side's ankle and place over your other side's knee. So when you look down, it should look like a figure 4. If you have a lot of difficulty getting into this position, to make it easier, straighten your other leg, put your ankle over the other side's leg. That way you can grab your pant leg or in front of your shin and slide it into position. The first movement, we're going to take our hands and cup around our bent knee. Now slowly pull this knee across your body towards the other side's shoulder. So right knee towards your left shoulder. When you do this, you're going to feel a deep opening stretch form across the glutes around the hips that works into the sacroiliac joint. Really focus on feeling it across your pelvis into your lower back. Once you do, hold this comfortably for 20 to 30 seconds. And during that time period, just do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Let out as much tension as you can. You're going to relax it, take a breather, and then repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. But let's take this one to the next level and turn it into an active stretch for more relief. So for this one, I'm going to take my bent knee and press it down towards the floor, but I'm not going to use my hands. Instead, I'm only going to use my leg and hip strength. The more that you press your knee downward, the more that you're going to feel those glutes firing, especially across the pelvis. Once you feel it around the sacroiliac joint area, you want to hold this for 5 seconds, release it, and then repeat this 5 to 10 times. Again, with each repetition, just build into it a little bit more. If you do have a little bit more pain in your lower back, to modify this to target that area, this is what you can do. So let's take this bent knee, press it downward, activate the glutes, and now what we're going to do is just lean away from that painful side. So I'm just tilting through my lower back towards my left. The more that you lean away, the more that you're going to feel a deep opening stretch from the bottom of your ribs into your lower back towards the top of your hip, targeting the quadratus lumborum or QL muscle. 5 second hold, you're going to release it, repeat this 5 to 10 times. But I would go through all of these movements. You're probably going to find that one just offers the most relief. And at that point, keep throwing more repetitions in until everything loosens up. Just remember though, when you're done on one side, always switch to the other side and repeat to help keep everything in balance. So now let's focus on getting long-lasting relief by going over some really good strengthening exercises. This first one, we're going to start lying flat on our back on a floor or in bed. We're going to need something soft and squishy that we can put in between our knees. I usually find that using a small exercise ball like this works the best. They're really inexpensive. If you would like to pick one up online, I'll leave a link in this video's comments section and description. But if you don't have one, no big deal. Just fold up a pillow instead. You just want to place it right in between your knees and then have your feet flat. Now press your knees into the ball as much as you can until you feel a really good activation of the muscles around the hips, into the pelvic floor, into your lower back. You're going to hold this and now slowly raise your hips upward towards the ceiling so your body roughly is in a straight line from your knees to your hips to your shoulders. You're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire around the core, back, butt, legs, all across the pelvis. We're going to hold this comfortably for 5 seconds, relax, take a breather, and then repeat this 10 to 15 times. With each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, always challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. But let's take this one to the next level and throw in another movement that's going to help offer some more relief. This one is called the clamshell. So what we're going to do this time around is put our feet together and then try to wing our knees downward towards the floor as much as we can until we feel a really good stretch forming on the inner part of our thighs, working towards the groin into the hips. Once we feel that, we're going to hold this and now drive our hips upward. Again, let's try to focus on getting our body in a nice straight line, but it just hits it a little bit differently. This time around, I really feel it in my SI joints, even more so across the belt line. 5 second hold, try to repeat that 10 to 15 times. I would go through both of these movements. If you find that one is just helping out a little bit more, or maybe it just feels really weak, at that point, treat it like your weak link and throw more repetitions in. Here's a great strengthening exercise that's going to target all the main muscles. This one is called the bird dog hydrant. We're going to start on a floor on all fours like this. Have your hands roughly shoulder width apart, knees hip width apart. I always like to target the most tight or painful side first. So let's say that's our right side. What we want to do is slowly slide our foot on that side away from us, keeping the top of our foot flat on the floor. The more that you slide it away, the more that you're going to feel a really good activation of the calf muscles working upward into your thigh, towards your hip, and then finally into the lower back. Once you feel it in the lower back, you're going to hold this and now slowly raise your leg upwards so it's roughly in line with your body. You're going to feel a ton of muscles start to fire in your back, around your core, even towards the front of your thighs, targeting the hip flexors. Huge instigator of SI joint pain. Let's hold this comfortably for about 3 to 5 seconds and then relax. What we're going to do from there is then repeat this on the other side. Just do this nice and slowly for about 5 to 10 repetitions on both sides, and just keep building into it over and over again. Afterwards, see how you feel. If it feels like you have a little bit more energy, always challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. But let's take this one to the next level and really focus on that sacroiliac joint. So what I'm going to do this time around is a 2-part fluid movement. So let's build back into this bird dog, but I'm just going to relax after doing it, have my knee bent at 90 degrees, and let it hover above the floor. From here, what I'm going to do is now swing that leg and knee upward towards the ceiling, really focusing on moving through my pelvis as much as I can. Now you know why we call this one the hydrant. But this time around, you're going to feel it more across your pelvis into that SI joint. Let's hold this for about 3 to 5 seconds, relax, and then repeat this on the other side. But again, just do this as a nice fluid movement for about 5 to 10 repetitions on both sides. But if it feels like you have a little bit more energy, always challenge yourself by throwing in another set or 2. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.